Hey everyone, Chen here, bringing you guys another video. Today I am very excited to announce a brand new build rising in popularity with Akshan, of course, and you're gonna see here I am going to explain exactly how the build works, how it functions, and basically how you want to play it with VOD examples as well. So as you can see, currently I have an 85% win rate with this build in Masters Elo. Pretty high end of Masters, like 300, 200 OP-ish. So it is closer to GM than closer to Diamond, right? This is not low elo, and this build is absolutely kicking ass, right? You can see my losses are probably not going to be factored within me or being lost because of me or because of the build, which is obviously a really good thing. And in this game, I played Auction Top, so that one is actually on me. Don't play Auction Top, that shit was unplayable. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into the concept of the video, and then I'll go into the demos. Alrighty, we are in practice tool. Let me get some gold, let me get some levels, and here we go. So, how the build path goes. I'll talk about build path first, and then I'll talk, like, kind of explain it, right? First and foremost, you either start longsword with refill or longsword 3 pots. Personally, I like refill. It gives you infinite value. It kind of synergizes with how I play. Then your build goes exactly like this. You go Kraken, you go defensive boot, you go RFC, Storm Razor into IE, into obviously late game you would sell refill, and then into whatever you feel like it. If they have 2 to 3 tanks, round it out with LDR. If they have a bunch of squishies, you can buy Collector, 6 item, and just have insane burst. You can buy PD if you want to kite around. You can buy any defensive item. All work. Alright, now let me actually explain the theory behind it. So first, let's start with runes. You are taking fleet footwork. Now at first, I bashed on people who took fleet footwork. I thought it was really shit, but I'm just wrong. I am just wrong. It actually kind of plays to his strength a little bit more, and honestly, it alleviates a lot of potential pressure, and it just helps his laning phase significantly. Now, you might be like, Akshan is a lane bully. Why does he need more help with laning phase? Well, the durability patch actually killed a lot of his laning phase. You will see, you will see a lot of kill timers being missed because you are lacking that damage from the durability patch. Now, PTA does outdamage Fleet Footwork. That's a given, but Fleet Footwork gives you more sustain, gives you more time to play around, and the movement speed actually matters within the laning phase. So Fleet Footwork is what you're taking. Now, the other trees are going to be stock standard, POM, Legend Alacrity, and Coup de Grace. Sometimes you can take the tank killing one. I think it's called, it's called Cut Down, I think. You can take the tank one if they have 3 tanks, but you can always just kind of run this. Now for secondary, this is where you can get adapted. Now currently, out of the 14 games that I played, 12 won, 2 lost. I've been having the most success with this, but as maybe I enter a game where I'm not getting as much value, maybe I'll try something different, right? Currently, I'm taking Eyeball Collection and Treasure Hunter. Now, I'll explain why Eyeball Collection is good later on as I explain the build. Treasure Hunter, of course, is a given. It is accelerating your build. So first thing you want to notice, this build is fucking cheap, right? 2,500, 2,700. Obviously, Kraken's expensive, but you're rounding your second and third item extremely quickly. So the whole philosophy behind this is you are just snowballing like a machine. And also, getting these 2 items back to back is so critical. When you have these 2 items plus Kraken, you are a monster. So that is for the rune page. For rune stats, you just kind of go stock standard as well. Now, let me explain the build. Storm Razor RFC is not new to the Akshan community. It's not. I used to run this build with Shield Bow before the durability patch, but the durability patch I feel as if killed that iteration. Now, however, you can play full on artillery mode, artillery poke. You don't even need to have the Immortal Shield Bow shield because it's durability patch, right? So, the whole philosophy behind this is you are in W range, right? And then you walk up to an enemy, boom. You instantly get that double auto. There is a small area where your auto can actually miss. It's extremely small. So, as you can see, this is my W. This is the RFC proc. So, right around here, you can actually kind of miss it because you're Or no. I'm wrong. I got it mixed up. Hold on. So this is your stealth spot, and this is RFC. So as you can see, if I walk up here, extremely close, it is potentially out of RFC. Now, it's super rare. It's super rare that you're actually going to miss this. Let's see. Yeah, so I was there for that. But you kind of get the gist, right? Basically, it's a 90% hit chance that you are getting a double auto, which has 120 magic damage, 120 extra magic damage, and is slowing. That is huge. So that is the whole philosophy. It doesn't cut too deep, right? It does not cut too deep. Boom, boom. And then you can pair up with Q auto, stuff like that. And when you pin it up with IE plus LDR, you are poking squishies for half their HP. And as you get later on the game, your W cooldown actually goes down to 2 with 0 mana. So you guys can see how this build is absolutely broken. And I truly believe this is the perfect way of playing Akshan. On hit, I believe is wrong. Crit, I believe is wrong. The only reason why I ran these build after the durability patch is because, truthfully, durability patch kind of killed this, right? I thought it was too little damage because everyone's tankier. But with the iteration of Kraken Slayer, it is surprisingly good and fleet forward. So as I was saying about eyeball collection, right? You're having extra AD. The whole premise behind this build is you're just not able to interact with Akshan. That's the whole premise. So more AD obviously is good, right? And then fleet focus as well, it allows you to kite around, right? So as you get the slow, as they are slowed, you're getting movement speed. So you can do whatever the hell you want. And that's why PD is actually pretty decent, right? If they have a lot of melees, you can just kind of auto, Q, auto, and then the fleet forward, you're fucking zooming with Phantom Dancer. So any of those sort of finisher items work. It doesn't really matter. The core is going to be this. And then LDR is decent in a lot of cases, right? So that is the premise of the build. I think I explained everything. Yeah, I pretty much explained everything. Basically, Akshan's mid to late game is known to be shit, and how you can justify this is because you compare him to literally any other AD carry, and any other AD carry will outdamage him in the mid to late game. It does not matter. But with this build, with this poke playstyle, he is unironically potential. He has the potential to match a lot of the AD carries that are outdamaging him and stuff, right? Playing meticulously, playing calculated. So let's dive into the demo. Here we go. All right, we are in the demo right now, and I forgot to mention, I just kind of want to explain this really quickly, but I do believe this is the perfect, I said that, but I didn't explain why. I do believe this is the perfect way of playing Akshan. What I mean by this, his kit is kind of flawed, right, if you think about it. He is basically an assassin slash AD carry. But, as I said earlier, he doesn't out-damage AD carries, right? A Draven, who is known to have good early game and shit late game, out-damages the living shit out of Akshan mid to late game with like 3 items. He will just 2-shot squishies. Akshan, you can have 3 items, you're not going to be 2-shotting squishies, right? So that's kind of the philosophy. He's not as good as a traditional AD carry. And then assassins, he don't have the type of playability, type of mobility that assassins, right, have. Because his E is conditional, right? If anyone blocks his E, he has 0 mobility, which a lot of assassins have either 2 or sometimes even 3 dashes, whereas Akshan has barely 1. So that is why he is semi-not an assassin, semi-not an AD carry. But with the poke build, that is a completely unique champion that no AD carry has. The only comparable AD carry is Ezreal, but even then, Ezreal plays significantly different, right? This is a completely different playstyle, but in my eyes, it is the perfect way of playing Akshan. So I wasn't really even going to dive into laning phase. As you can see, you're not doing much in the laning phase. You aren't. You are farming, you are scaling. Like I said, Akshan sucks at mid to late game traditionally, but if you build this, you get 3 items, you get 4 items, you are so strong. So we're not doing much here. We're going to jump into the action. So I believe someone died, which is why I'm able to trace Chen. Okay. not much to go on here. I'm actually going to kind of skip all this action until I get the items just to kind of demonstrate, but just kind of explain my thought process here. I thought he was low because he killed someone. Apparently he's fucking full HP. So anyways, that was unlucky. Let's kind of skip over to when I have the items though. So you can kind of just see the strength, right? We don't really need to go over laning phase with Akshan. So another thing I want to mention is I used to run this build, like I said earlier, with Shield Bow, Storm Razor into RFC. But I think RFC into Storm Razor is actually better, because that way you actually have the W long range. So as you can see right here, I have RFC, and like even if I'm not utilizing the concept of W into poke, it's good damage. It's giving you attack speed, it's giving you damage. I don't know if it's going to be damage actually. I mean, it's giving you 120 bonus damage. I don't think it gives AD. Pretty sure it doesn't, but it gives you crits and it gives you attack speed. That attack speed actually matters to kite around, so. This is just me with RFC. Kind of played this fight terribly, to be perfectly honest. But you can kind of see I'm not lacking damage by any means, right? Immediately, you guys might be like, oh, there's no way RFC outdamages Collector or Borg. I agree with you. But I'm not lacking damage either. Okay, let's just jump right into when I have Storm Razor, so you guys can kind of see how I'm playing. Oh, this is a perfect demonstration, guys. Look at this. So Drake is spawning in 1 minute. Aatrox is trying to reset. Look at how annoying I am. Watch. He's full HP right now. Boop, boop. And a Q, and I'm out. I chunked him maybe 300 HP. You guys might be like, hey, that's nothing. Wait for it. Just wait for it. Look, he's trying to reset again. I wonder what I'm going to do with my build. You can't do this with Bork, I can promise you that much. Oh, you're trying to recall. That's cute. Yeah, that's really cute. Boop, boop, boop. Now he's half HP. I do that 2 more times, he's dead. So I basically poked him out of the fight. I used my ulti to distract. He's trying to fight, but he's half HP. And then watch me again. Watch me again. Boop, boop. Boop. And now I go in when he's chunked. Flash over, and he's dead. And I kill Ezreal. Or Echo, I mean. And we just win the fight. We steamroll the fight. The game's not like one-sided, right? It's 16 versus 12. I have 9 kills, so the game's not one-sided. So keep that in mind. You guys might look at that fight and be like, oh, your team's so ahead, so what you did didn't matter. It actually did. I poked him out 3 times, and then I just went in and got the kill. So that is probably the best example I can find, but like, as you get later on in the game, like I'll keep saying it, like I said, Akshan is known to have a good early and terrible mid to late. With this setup, you are sacrificing some of your early game to have an insanely broken mid to late. If you reach level 18 with this build, you 1v9. How do you lose? Your W's on a 2-second cooldown, you just walk around, you get 100 stacks, you poke, and then you have IE, so you just 2-shot 80 carries. It's so not balanced. So unfortunately this was control worded, not able to pass. I have my W, watch. I don't have to do work, I just auto him twice. He's dead. And we go Baron here. Look at this poke. Look at this poke. This Echo shit his pants. Boop. He instantly ultis. Let's see how I play this fight. You have to play really slow and methodical. I don't think Chen poked his head throughout majority of this game, so I can't exactly show you guys the 2-shot that I was talking about, but you guys just have to trust me. And look, this is the kiting part, right? Both these items give you a lot of attack speed. People think attack speed isn't good on Akshan. I mean, they're right. It isn't as good as traditional AD carries, but it allows you to kite. Look at this damage on Leona, by the way. Boop. Here's the Storm Razor. Here's the RFC. And there you guys have it. Absolutely beautiful. I believe that is it. Yeah. That is basically it. Let me kind of highlight what's going on here. So you guys might be like, oh, but you're just a poke champ now. No, you kind of play like a regular ADC now. You see how you see how I'm still doing damage without my RFC? Because I poked him out. Like, I don't have my RFC here, but I still have my Storm Razor Slow. I still have my damage that these items are giving. I still have IE. Here's my Storm Razor. He can't move. It's just broken. There you guys have it. That is the video. Hopefully you guys try this build out. I promise you it is free LP. 85% win rate currently. I plan to get Challenger really quickly with this build. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Chen out.